Hey guys, what's up? It's Rockethouse54 here, and welcome back to my brand new HorrorPack unboxing. And yeah, so I'm going to be unboxing that, but I also got a couple new things. I got two movies in the mail yesterday from Amazon, and I also got like a couple new pickups when I went to Nathan's, because I just got back from his place. So I'll start off with the other pickups first. Well, these two things Nathan actually gave to me. He gave me his extra copy of The Departed because he bought this 3-pack that had The Departed, Goodfellas, and The Aviator in it. And since he already had this, he's like, you can have this. So that'll be great. I haven't seen it. I really need to see more Scorsese movies, and I need to see more Best Picture winners. And I know that this movie is in Chris Stuckman's book of the 50 movies of the 2000s to see before you die. So excited to watch this. I also heard it's one of Mark Wahlberg's best performances, so, you know, that'll be cool to see. And another cool thing, like, this isn't like a movie, but Nathan gave me a slipcover for Knock Knock. I know this movie gets like a lot of like negative, like it gets a lot of negativity towards it, but I gotta be honest, I really enjoy this movie. I really like it. You know, it's funny, it's got good like suspenseful elements. It's almost weird to define what, like, genre you'd put it in, because I think it's, like, way too dark to be a comedy, but I think it's way too lighthearted to be considered... Not lighthearted, but, like, it's way too light to be considered a horror. I guess you could consider it a thriller, but... Yeah, like, again, this movie gets a lot of hate, but I actually really enjoy it. I had the movie without the slipcover, and Nathan gave me his, so I was very appreciative of that. And my mom actually picked me up from grocery shopping when I was leaving Nathan's, and I asked her to pick this up for me. I would have ordered it on Amazon, but it was like $30, and it was only $19 at Walmart, and that is Tremors Shrieker Island. I have seen all the other Tremors movies, and I've enjoyed all of them except for 4. Because I really enjoyed the first one. I really like the second one even more. I think the second one's the best out of the franchise. 3 is good. 4 I don't really like. 5 is a little bit eh. Like, I almost didn't like 5, but there was, like, certain things about it, like the characters, that made me bump up my likeness of it. And A Cold Day in Hell I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I thought was one of the better sequels. And, yeah, so, you know, when I heard that there was a 7th one coming out this year, I was really happy, so I can't wait to check this out. Hopefully it's as good as the better ones in the series. And now I'm going to get into the Amazon pickups. I actually ordered 4 things, but only 2 of them were sold by Amazon. So the first one I got here is Boys in the Hood. Yeah, I know that this is like a rap classic, and I actually have never seen it. Don't ask me how, because when I first got into NWA when I was in like 8th, 9th grade, and I had planned to watch it, and I never did, and I've never really forgiven myself for that, but I picked up the Blu-ray. You know, Ice Cube's one of my favorite rappers, so I'm really excited to see like how he acts in this movie, because I've seen a lot of like his comedy roles, but I've never really seen one where he was more serious in it, so hopefully this is good. And I mean, to give you an idea, like, just because as I said, this is a rap classic and I somehow haven't seen it, to give you an idea, like, I'm such a huge diehard Eminem fan. I didn't even see 8 Mile until a few months ago. Like, don't ask me how that happened, but yeah, 8 Mile was a great movie, though. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so got Boys in the Hood. I think this was like $10. Decently good deal. And then the next one I got here is one that I'm actually really excited to check out. And that is, this is a DVD. It's not a Blu-ray, but that is The Education of Charlie Banks. This movie is actually directed by Fred Durst. And yes, I mean that Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit fame. And thing is, like, because I've seen The Fanatic, which is like his most recent film that he's made, and I actually didn't mind that. I thought it had some really enjoyable things in it. Like, there were some like choices in it that I thought were really cool, and, you know, John Travolta's performance in it gets shit on, which I actually thought was pretty good for the character he was trying to portray. But yeah, so this was the first film that Fred Durst actually directed. I mean, I'm decently familiar with his music. I've listened to every Limp Bizkit album except for Gold Cobra. And I read the story to this, and it actually sounds like a pretty interesting story, so hopefully this movie ends up being pretty good. Yeah, and now we're gonna be opening the horror pack here. Gotta find an edge. There we go. Alright, so the first one in the pack here. Oh, cool! This is one that I know. The first one in here is the original Carrie. Yeah, so I can actually talk about something I've seen for once. Yeah, I know, so the first one up in here is Carrie. This is a movie that I really, really enjoyed. I watched it on TV, I think a few years ago, and, yeah, I thought it was really, really good. You know, I didn't really find it scary. Like, a lot of people find it really scary, but, like, personally, I didn't. I just thought it was really, really good. Like, the horror scenes in it were very well made. Like, the performances were really, really good. As I said, I personally didn't find it scary, but I thought that, like, objectively, some of the scenes in it were scary, because this is, like, it's a little bit of, like, a different, kind of horror movie. You know, like, I haven't seen, as I said, I haven't seen it in a few years, but yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised with how this one turned out, so that's, you know, that's great that, this came in here, because I enjoy that movie. And then the next one in here, I think this might be, oh, so there's actually two in here that I recognize. So the second one in here, I thought this was the HorrorPack exclusive, but the second one in here is Lights Out, which I also saw this one on TV a few years ago, and, like, I'll be honest, when I watched this, I first thought it was only okay. I actually thought the short film that this was based on was a lot better. But yeah, when I first watched this, I was like, this is okay. And then when I thought about it more, I'm like, this movie's not really that good. But, you know, I would definitely be willing to rewatch it, you know, especially that it's in the pack and I own it. I'm like, maybe I'll give it a second watch. Hopefully I'll enjoy it more. It's not too long of a movie either, but, you know, that's cool that there's, like, two movies that I actually have seen that I can talk about in this video. That's very nice to see. The next one in here, this is the, okay, this is the HorrorPack exclusive, and this is nice, actually. Normally they have them, like, really, like, shrink-wrapped or whatever. In here, they actually have, like, one of these, like, sticky ones that I've seen a lot of people put on their steelbooks, so maybe I can use it for that. But this is the HorrorPack exclusive, and it's this movie called The Barn. I've never heard of this, but this cover is so sick. Look at that. And then it says HorrorPack Limited Edition Blu-ray on it, just front and center, looking nice like that. Let's see. Just reading the, oh, this looks like a really good, Halloween story. It says, it's Halloween 1989, and best friends Sam and Josh are trying to enjoy their last Devil's Night before graduating high school. Trouble soon arises when the two pals and a group of friends take a detour on their way to a rock concert, finding an old abandoned barn and awakening the evil inside, the boogeyman. So there's evil inside, the boogeyman, Hallow Jack, and the candy corn scarecrow. Now it's up to Sam and Josh to find a way to protect their friends and defeat the creatures that lurk within the barn. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. I always like the exclusives that HorrorPack has released, like Witch's Brew was really good. Agoraphobia and Betsy, which were in the past, the two past HorrorPacks that I've talked about. Like, they weren't, like, the best movies or anything, but they had, like, a really nice low-budget charm to them that I did enjoy watching. Yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. This has been a great pack so far. And then the last one in here... What is this title? What in the world? Okay, there's this... The last one in here is this movie called Dead Dicks. Kind of sounds like my life. Sorry, I did not expect this to have that title. Okay, what does the story say? So the plot says, Richie is a suicidal young man who every time he kills himself, finds himself very much alive, but with a dead body of him in his apartment. His sister comes to the rescue, but as the bodies pile up, the pair think that a vagina-like opening in Richie's bedroom might hold the answer. I am already so excited about this. This is gonna be Man, this is like... This has to be like one of my favorite horror packs to date. Like, you know, I got 2 movies that I know that I at least somewhat like, because as I said, my original thoughts on this, I did like it, and I really liked Carrie. Not to mention the exclusive looks so cool, and this... I've never heard of this movie, but just the fact that it's called Dead Dicks. and it has a plot like this seems like it's going to be a great pack. Like, I feel like those movies are going to be really, really good, but, anyway, guys, that's going to be all for this video. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with everything that I got. You know, I got like a couple extras from Nathan. I got the new Tremors movie. I got my 2 from Amazon, like, that I was looking forward to, especially this one. Yeah, and then I got, like, a great haul from the Horror Pack, so, yeah, this has me really excited to check these out. But, yeah, that's going to be it. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and remember, you guys, whenever getting limp, say no to drugs.